All right, good evening. I'm sure you guys can hear me on this one, right? Sorry, I think it was from my laptop. I just needed to make sure that now I have to use a phone. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please. Okay, Precious is saying that they can hear me. Okay, apologies for that little inconvenience. And because of that, let's wait a little bit for people to join us. Okay. Okay, so it's better. Okay, thank you. I appreciate. My sincere apologies for the break. Chooks, Abon, yes, we can hear you. Okay, please comment your location, where you are coming from. Sometimes when great thing is about to happen, there is bound to be temptations here and there. Okay, your location, Kelechi, Nobu Kelechi, I can see you. Food combo. All right, Utube Idong is Akwa Ibom. Austin is from Port Harcourt. Chuko Paul is from Enugu. Can see Abakaliki, watching from Lekki, Lagos. Chooks, I see you. Okay, University of Calabar. Oh, Unical, Onitsha, Lagos, over. No, Abuja. Everything international is Abuja. Good evening. Joining from Warri, Borno State. Okay, Ajira Visuals from Borno. I have Kwara State here. I have Oka, I have Aba, Edo State, Delta State. Rita. Hope this is not my Rita Lista. Okay, Zenith Horizon Properties is watching from Kasina, Enugu. Precious Ezekiel, my guy, FCT. Teslim Image is from Abuja. And I have Kwara State here. Abubakar Omar, nice to have you. Adamawa Yola, Utaz, Abdulkadir, Zakari, I can see you. All right, so tonight we are not wasting any much of our time. We are going to have a very beautiful conversation tonight around code calling. And it's something that I have desired for quite a long while. I have actually been holding up to this session without sharing it because at some point I felt like I shouldn't share this big information for free, right? In fact, my wife this evening, when she came back from work, she went through some of the things I was about to share, and she said that isn't this too much to share for free? So I'm happy to have all of you here, and once again, good evening. Tonight, at the end of tonight's session, I am looking forward that you are going to be fearless, audacious. You should be able to walk into strange lands and collect their money. Like, we're not here to play. And I'm sure all of you know that the sales guru is a preacher of one thing: fearlessness. Because fortune never always favors the coward. And anybody that has learned to be fearless ends up becoming the greatest. All right, I will start dishing out content in just 1 minute. So, let me appoint somebody. Chooks Aboni as our custom demands. Please just type a very short prayer. A very short prayer. Just a short prayer in the comment section. Just a very short prayer. Chooks, I'm waiting for you. Just type a very short prayer. That's what we do every night before we go live. When we are doing our Thursday night live, we always take a short prayer, right? So please, let's have a short prayer. Chooks, I'm always waiting for you. Chooks, you type the prayer and then we continue. Okay. Amen. Amen. So thank you. All right. How many of us here, this is your first time joining Thursday Night Live? How many of us here, this is your first time joining Thursday Live? Anybody here, this is your first time? Oh, glory Chisom, I feel you. Say, I joined this class from a sick bed. Father, I pray for divine healing, and so shall it be unto you. God will restore you, and beyond restoring you, God is going to bless you and give you greater fortunes. Amen. Please, I wish you a quick recovery. Okay, Joma said, this is my first time. Oh, I have a couple of first timers here. Okay. So after tonight, you will be the judge. You will decide whether you are going to continue joining Thursday Live or not. But I'm sure you're going to get value today. And okay, all my first timers, welcome. If I have a bell here, I will ring for all of you. Let's go straight to what we have tonight. Code calling secret. I have a timetable or a template, an outline we are going to be looking at. The first one is definitions. What is code calling? The second outline is why should we do code calling? The most important part of this conversation will come only for those who are patient to stay till the end, right? So everybody here, what do you think in your own understanding? As our rule also goes, there is nothing you say in our class or in this session that is wrong. Everybody has the right to make contributions, and I always spin. And you may not also know that the best comment tonight may also get something from me. All right, Buduka Emmanuel says your first time. I see you. All right, so Thomas, if you are in the Thomas Amarachi, if you are in the call, please go to our groups, delete the previous messages that I had already posted there, so that people don't join the link that has expired, right? Okay, so what is code call? First time hearing code calling. Oh wow, Nemeka, that's interesting. Who can tell me what a code calling is? From the word, just extract code and call. Everybody knows what call is. Calling somebody, right? Just saying, hello, how are you? My name is the sales guru. Am I talking to? Okay, why I'm asking you to define is because I love the interaction. And like I said, somebody is likely to go home with something from me tonight. So Faiz Bashir said, code calling involves communicating to a person who is not, what was that? Pro-abnaya stranger. Oh, I've heard another word. I don't think I've heard that before. Okay, yes, communicating to a person who is not well known. Code calling is making calls to prospective buyers, even without their permission, in order to sell a product or service to them. Fantastic. Cyberpreneur TV, I love that. Calling someone you do not know for the first time to seal a business idea. Yeah, I think that is correct too. Cold calling to me means calling prospects and clients that need your services and pitching yourself. Okay. All right. Team Zuchi said it means reaching out to a client or customer without their permission. Yeah. Okay. My name is Peculiar Zoma. Okay. Nice having you. All right. So let's go into what I have for you guys tonight. Historically speaking, all the definitions you gave, they are all fine. Cold calling means first time call. Calling somebody that is not well known to you, right? Has not had a prior interaction with what you are selling, doesn't even know you probably, doesn't know that your business exists, doesn't know that you are anywhere, and then you pick up your phone and you call. Cold calling is not only about phone call. There is also a cold email. There's also a cold DM. There's also a cold visit. So cold calling is not just about calling on the phone. It can also involve physically visiting that person's office for the first time. Imagine you dressing up. Tomorrow is Friday, and you dress up tomorrow, and you say, oh, I want to talk to the branch manager of Zenith Bank PLC. And you walk into the office straight and say, oh, I want to see this branch manager of Zenith Bank. That's a cold visitation, right? You pick up your number, maybe through a list you saw or your research or whatever you saw online. You pick up that person and you dial. Hey, my name is XYZ. I'm calling you from XYZ. I'm going to show you all the methodologies. Please chill with me. That's cold calling. But let me start by saying, for instance, for me as a Christian, and I know I have Muslims here, Jesus taught us something. And he said, go into the world and make me disciples of men. That means Jesus understood who his customers are. And the first thing he told his apostles or disciples is that they should go and bring those customers to him. Strangers, people who are not part of the kingdom. Jesus said, go, bring them to me. That means, first of all, for you to do cold calling, you must be able to understand who your ideal customer is. Many people in business, they make the very silly mistake, or should I say negligence, of not knowing who their customer is. There's something we call a customer avatar. First of all, I want to make sure that I'm talking to the right audience here. Am I talking to those who are involved in selling anything, either from your personal business or you are working in a company? Am I talking to those who are involved in selling, who are involved in sales? Are those the people that I'm talking to? Am I talking to business owners, career people who always want to acquire more clients for either their personal business or the company they work for? Okay. So that it doesn't look like I'll be using some terminologies that sound like jargons, right? Okay, fantastic. I love that. I needed to confirm. Of course, I know that our community is a community of business owners, and we have a tagline that we want to be among the highest selling entrepreneurs in Africa, right? We want to be the community of the highest selling entrepreneurs in Africa. That's what we are looking at. Right? So, all right, fantastic. Kutibe is saying I'm sales for my remote job. Now, the first thing is that every human being, whether you are directly involved in a corporate sales or not, you are a salesman. You sell yourself to your children, you sell yourself to your wife, you sell yourself to your husband, you sell yourself to your family. Imagine if you, or as I am now, my daughter walks up to me tomorrow morning and said, Daddy, you are stupid. And I was like, what? What happened? The first thing that comes into my mind is, at what point did I sell myself so cheap to this girl that she cannot look into my eyes and say, Daddy, you are stupid? Oh, if you thank you. Rosie Finance is a realtor. Fantastic. That means you are one of the greatest beneficiaries today. I'm a network marketer, confidence. Okay, fantastic. So the first thing that comes to my mind is, when did this one start? That means, consciously or unconsciously, there is a particular perspective or image that I have been selling to my children without them knowing. So we sell every day. But unfortunately, not everybody that sells consciously. I work with a bank in the marketing department. Fantastic. I'm a financial advisor and a realtor. Good. I'm a product trader. Fantastic. Everybody sells, but not everybody sells consciously. So everybody that is connected to the TSG brand, I want you to know that selling is a conscious thing. Austin say, I'm a fashion designer. I'm a fashion entrepreneur. Fantastic. Selling has to be done consciously. Every business owner needs to breathe and eat sales. For instance, I always say it unequivocally, and it doesn't have to be because I'm a sales coach or consultant. No. As a business owner, you can outsource your system. You can outsource your structuring. You can outsource every single thing about. You can outsource your finance management. You can outsource your HR. But it's stupidity to outsource your marketing and sales. That's the number one thing that every business owner has to be. And I think last week, Tony Elumelu posted something like that on LinkedIn, where he shared that every business owner is the chief marketing officer of his company. And even in my book that will be published next year, the first chapter of that book says, you are not the CEO. Don't worry about the title of the book. I'll reveal it to you guys anyway. So the first thing you need to know is that you have to be selling consciously. Jesus coming to the world knew exactly what he was coming to do. You are a business owner. You are not here to play. If you stay for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, you've not made a sale, man, you should be angry with yourself. How can it be possible that you're a business owner? You are not on holiday, you are not on recess. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. You've not closed the deal, you've not made the sale. Come on, what are you doing? I'm into oil perfume business at days. Okay, that's fine. That your oil perfume, let me deviate a bit. Stop selling it single. That does not make sense. How much can you sell in a month? At days, how much money have you been able to sell in 1 month? This is not where I'm supposed to be going. Why is that? At days, don't distract me, please. Let me focus on what I have to do tonight. So be conscious about selling. Sell consciously. That means you need to live and breathe sales. Every single day of your life, you must be thinking about how to be making sales. Why? Is it because you are just desirous of money? No. It's because you have a value that somebody out there needs it. Do you know that even as I'm holding this live session tonight, after having my bath, I spray perfume? For those of you that are into oil business, some of you, one of the problems I have with you is that when you are going to present your offer, you do it so reservedly, so shamefully, like so that they don't think I'm disturbing them. And you say you're actually solving problems. How can you be solving problems and you're not confident of the solution you are presenting? Oh, let me stop there. I don't know why I'm going out of where I'm supposed to go tonight. But nevertheless, let's go to all. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. So, like I said, cold calling must not be only you calling on phone. It can also be you sending a DM. In fact, I have a course in my online training, online sales bootcamp, that is called DM marketing. That's one course that in fact, most time when people that join online sales bootcamp, when they finish that course and they start closing sales, some of them are tempted to just abandon other courses. Because I always say that your money is in the hand of strangers. I said it in my introductory video today that no matter how much you have sold, no matter how many clients you currently serve, no matter the number of people that your business is currently serving, your greatest amount of money is still in the hands of strangers. So listen, let me say this. It is your market reach that determines your market capture. Let me say it again. it is your market reach that determines your market capture, because you can never sell to somebody that does not know you. So every business owner, you have to be very, very obsessive, in fact, possessive of increasing your market reach, so that selling will become conscious to you. Don't be ashamed of selling. I say it categorically, that is only in sales that somebody can be extremely chronically broke today, and tomorrow that person is a multi-millionaire. It's only sales that can guarantee you that. It's only in sales that you can plan that, okay, I want to buy XYZ number of XYZ car next year. Okay, so what do I have to, for instance, if I want to make 1 million, it's a simple mathematics. Create something that I can sell 1 naira to 1 million people if I have that market rate. Create something that is 10 naira I can sell to 1,000 people, 100,000 people rather. Create something that is 100 naira I can sell to 1,000 people. Create something that is 1,000 I can sell to 100 people. And we continue in that dimension. That means it is your market reach that determines your market cap. All right, so some of you that are asking questions, I'll attend to your questions, please. I don't want to be distracted. Now let's look at some reasons. Why am I emphasizing on this introductory part? Because if you go every day without knowing that you need to be possessive in terms of reaching out to your customers, you may be walking past your customers on the road without recognizing them. Some of you, you know that those that are supposed to buy from you, they are in your contact list already. So when we are talking of cold DM, yes, it involves you doing a lot of outside reach out. But what about those that are with you? What about warm calling? Those that already know you, but you have their contact, they don't know you still exist. Right? All right, so let's x-ray some reasons why your cold calling has not been working before now. Okay, how many of us here run ads on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube? How many of us run social media ads? Does anybody here run social media ads? You find out that the best your ad can do is to generate leads for you, right? Okay, so a couple of people here run ads. And you know one of the reasons why a lot of people get frustrated with their ads is because they don't like cold calling. And I think the best your ad can do is to generate quality leads to you. And you'll be the one to be able to close them. And you can't close them if you don't master cold calling. Right? So most of you, because you hate cold calling, you now prefer outright purchase. And most times it doesn't happen like that. Because for outright purchases, you have to spend much more money because the ad needs to stay long at times so that people that click on it will continue to see it. But if you are doing lead generation ad, you can generate leads and close them organically without having to spend more money, allowing the ads to stay. So let's look at the reasons why a lot of people don't do cold calling. Number one is low self-esteem. Now, when I say low self-esteem, I know you've heard that word before, but you know these things, they don't announce themselves that they are in us until we want to try something. And then there is that wall in our head that tries to pull us back subconsciously. You know, there is the conscious mind and there is the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is actually who you are. It's those things that happens in your reflexes without you thinking about it. If you are someone that is abusive, you will not know when you use abusive words because it has formed part of your subconscious. So when we learn new things, for instance, what you are learning tonight is dwelling on your conscious mind, right? If you continue to practice this thing over and over again and repeat it and learn it again and repeat it, it's now moved to the faculty of your subconscious mind. That means it has become part of you. So some people don't even know that they have low self-esteem. So let me give you a story of my classmate when I was in secondary school, right? His name is Etelbert. I hope he doesn't watch this video anyways. Nevertheless, he's no longer in Nigeria. So Etelbert was, we were in the village then. My school was in the village there. And then one day, I think we were in SS2. I don't know what they call it now, but it was SS2 then. Then there was this man that was walking. I don't know whether it was Chevron or something like that. And then he came back from Lagos to the village then and brought his daughter, Ogechi. Very pretty girl, fair, pretty girl. And somehow, Ogechi was so much, you know, those of us that were in the village now almost see this babe. She just come back from abroad. Hey, you know, she was giving us one kind of vibe, and all of us liked it. Almost everybody wanted to, you know, be friends with her, and then, you know, stuff like that. I no follow for those which I can. All right, so now Etelbert got to like this girl, right? And somehow, to reciprocate it, Ogechi loved him back rather. So every time, because we're from the same village, every time, you know, when Ogechi is coming to school, Etelbert will always wait for her, stuff like that. And somebody say your wife, you are not serious. So Etelbert will wait for her, you know, carry her bag, and they will come to school together. All of us were all jealous, like, this babe just came back from, you know, Lagos now. All of us just dey village. Etelbert. No be say I know book that time pass Etelbert, right? But then, you know, all of us would just be at the back and murmuring and talking all those stuff, and, you know, stuff like that. So this thing happened for quite like month, 2-3 months and stuff like that. One day, I was actually going back from school, right? And then I met this girl in a very compromising situation. Very compromising position with another guy. Oh my, my eye, I was not like, is my eye paining me or what? I went back again and looked again. This is Ogechi now. And then I just moved on. Well, I don't know what is going on. So the next day, and I met Etelbert in class. I say, bro, what's up now? I say, yes, I see your babe with one guy, and the way I saw them, I know to like him. Etelbert was nah, no. I know my babe now. My babe cannot do that. No. Like, no, I know, I trust her. We are in love and stuff like that. I said, okay, well, no wahala now. So that one just died. At least I wanted to protect what belongs to my guy, you know. So the next week, maybe a week or two, I met this girl again with this same guy in a similar position again. At that time, I got highly discomforted. I now reached out to her the next day. I said, okay, what's up now? Why are you doing this thing to my guy? The guy now sounded like, what do you mean? What am I doing to your guy? I said, I saw you yesterday now. Are you saying you did not see me when you were with that guy? What are you acting as if nothing happened? Somebody said, Gege must hear this. Please don't bring Gege in my live session. I'm not part of that guy, right? So I met Oge. I said, but Etelbert is your boyfriend now. Why are you doing this to him? I don't know. The girl just laughed. Really laughed and laughed. And then she said, is it Etelbert? Don't mind Etelbert. That I gave Etelbert chance for a long time. Life story, true life story. And then he wasn't bringing forward. I said, Jesus is Lord. So Etelbert has been close to you all this while, just escorting you. until the person that has the capacity to close the deal came and you went. When I went to meet a Tebbat, I now noticed that the Tebbat has just been forming all this while, but was very, very scared of asking this lady out. Isn't it funny that many times we live around with those who are supposed to be our helpers, those who are our ideal customers, those who has the money to patronize what we are selling, but because of our misconception, our low self-esteem, our fear, internal fear, we don't know how to ask them to pay. We don't know how to ask them to buy. We don't summon the courage to say, hey, can you buy? There's nobody that is too big. Few years ago, I think it was around 3 years ago, when I even started in coaching, I went to a particular conference. I met a billionaire. This billionaire, majority of you will know it. Now, as I'm sharing this story, it's not just for you to catch the fun. I want you to learn the lesson in it. Know that there is nobody you ask out that will slap you. And even if they slap you, you will not die. Somebody is saying, fear women. It's never the girl's fault. You can't be around your ideal prospect and you are gallivanting. Somebody who has the temerity and audacity to ask that prospect out and close the deal will buy it. And you don't have any ground to be angry or disappointed. That's why I tell all my students around the world that immediately you can see that someone is an ideal prospect, your next thing to ask that person, your next thing to do to that person is to ask him out. Ask him or her out. And when I'm saying ask out, I'm not saying dating or listen. Or everybody that's listening to me has to be wise. I'm sure everybody listening to me here are wise. I'm not talking to anyhow people. Nobody. Right? So I was telling you something. I went to this particular conference. This guy played a national role during the COVID. Like, he single-handedly did majority of the health project that happened. He's a multi-billionaire. And so I went to the conference, took a picture with him, made a few introduction about myself, and collected his contact. And see, when you go to event and you're exchanging contact with people, don't just collect number and go away. Make sure the person saves your contact. You may not force the person and say you must save my contact. No, just say, I will be happy if you can save my contact. It's a pleasure to me to be seeing your update, and I know I'm going to learn a whole lot from you. Right? So I sent this guy a DM afterwards, and one day I sent him a DM on WhatsApp. Graciously he replied. I asked him for his email address, that I wanted to share something with him. He told me that, no, send it to me here on WhatsApp. I said, okay, sir, but I believe it's going to appear better in an email. So I will be happy if you can share your email address with me. He did it. Let me tell you something. Rich people, very successful people, they appreciate people who are stubborn. They appreciate people who are stubborn. It is poor people, broke people that always think that you are bothering others. But rich people, they know that it's stubbornness that took them to where they are. Thomas, please make sure that you're updating the group so that people that are probably joining us, Thomas Amarachi, make sure you're updating the group so that people that are probably joining us can always find updates. So as I was saying, this man sent me his email address and I sent him a mail. He was in London as at the time I sent him this email. When I sent him the email, I was proposing that I want to come and train his staff. That was when I started. I wasn't even up to 1 year in coaching. But of course, I was already a salesman. I was proposing that I should come and train his staff. I sent him a proposal. He looked through it. This man called me all the way from London on WhatsApp call. I said, oh, I like your proposal. But then he even helped me to correct some things on my proposal. Saying, no, we have busy CEOs, and when you are sending this thing to busy CEOs, you don't have to make it this lengthy. Just put your executive summary here, make it like this, XYZ, XYZ. That's somebody that, even till now, the distance between me and him monetarily is like, I don't know how to explain it. So instead of me getting unnecessarily scared, why don't you just try? So most people, it's because of their low self-esteem that they don't engage in cold calling. They have low self-esteem. And like I said in the beginning, you don't know that you have low self-esteem. Nobody doesn't announce himself. It doesn't ring bell on people's head and say, oh, I have low self-esteem. No, it doesn't happen. Generally speaking, haven't you seen people who have missed their ideal wives? Especially, I'm talking to my fellow guys now. People who have missed their ideal wives because they were cowards. All right. So the next reason why people don't do cold calling is because of pride. The opposite, low self-esteem and pride. High self-esteem is, and confidence is, accurate estimation of oneself. So people are arrogant sometimes. I'm the CEO of Janila Properties Limited, Properties and Development Limited. How can I, somebody that can buy a property of 2 million or 5 million? Do you know how much I have in my account? I have more than 150 million in my account, and I can't give it to this person to do the call. And then that arrogance will end up ruining your business, because what you don't know is that the 300 million naira in your account is made up of a single million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, before it got to 300 million. Right? And then because people are arrogant, they mask their ego. Because if I call you and you bounce the call on me, who reduced me as a person? It means you have disrespected me, and I don't want to be disrespected. It's actually a very stupid thing, and somehow it happens only in Nigeria. It's not in abroad. In abroad, you will see the CEO of a company walking across his organization, just interact with people. They go around wearing 3/4 knicker and all of them. And that's why I see sometimes people who had money, there's no sustainability, because they allow what they have or what they get to mask them. If you go inside of them, they are still suffering from the number one, low self-esteem, but they've masked it with physical possession. And those of you that are Christian, you know what Bible said, that pride goes before a fall. That means anywhere pride goes, the next thing that is going to follow it is falling, is scattering. So deal with pride. And then the third reason why your cold calling is not working is fear of the unknown. Oh, what would they say? What if they bounce the call on me? What if they shun me? What if I don't present well? What if I say this one and it's wrong? What if I give a wrong statistics? What if I do this? What if? most of you, and I taught my wife this thing and some of my students, most of you do a lot of, how did I put this thing again? You know, when you have an idea, don't let your, I remember exactly, it's my thought. Don't let your negative what ifs be greater than your positive what ifs. Right? Because every single thing you are doing, there is a negative, or there are negative what ifs, and there are positive what ifs. So don't allow your negative what ifs to be greater than your positive what ifs. Right? Many people, when they want to execute something, their minds keep knocking on the things that could go wrong. They never take time to analyze on the things that can go right. Let me deviate a bit. That is why also many relationships are suffering. Many people who ought to have been married are not married. Many people who are married are not happy in their home. Why? Because we are training ourselves to recognize red flags, and nobody is again recognizing green flags. It's terrible. The energy with which we recognize red flags is not the same energy with which we recognize green flags. Let me give you a simple illustration so that I will tell you how powerful the mind is. Right? If you sleep in the night and you wake up, or you had a dream, right? And in that dream, you saw the devil pursuing you literally with a cutlass. And as you were running in that dream, maybe a rope carry you put your leg on a rope and you fell down. And as you fell down, the devil came to you on that dream and carried the knife. And as he wanted to hit on your head, you just woke up from your dream. How will you'll be so afraid. In fact, you will pray that night. Reynolds is saying, what is different between low self-esteem and fear of the unknown? Fear of the unknown is that you're afraid of what is about happening. Low self-esteem is that you don't trust yourself and you don't believe in yourself enough. Right? So let's go straight. We have a lot to cover. I'm still in the introductory part of it. I've not even shared to you guys the strategy. I'm just building foundations. You see yourself in that dream, and then you wake up at that point. I'm sure that majority of us will pray and 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 pray. And bind and bind and bind and bind and bind and bind. Some of you will even go to church and tell your pastors. If you have brethren in church, you will go and always call them and say, please, oh, pray for me, oh, see what I happened, see what happened, see what happened. But assuming that after that dream, the next day, you went back to sleep and had the dream. And in that dream, you went to the Maldives on a private jet, or let's say you entered the first class, and you went to Maldives having good time. There was a UN General Assembly. You flew from Maldives and went to New York, United States of America, and had a good time. And you were even able to shake hands with the President of the United States of America. If you wake up from that dream, will you pray with the same energy you prayed when you had a terrible dream? The answer is most likely no. Why? Because subconsciously we have been wired to respond to negativity. Why is it that when something bad happens, we give it a lot of energy? When it's tending towards the positive, we commonize it. Instead of saying, oh, what if, the negative what ifs, why don't you continue testing the positive what ifs? What if I get there and I land that job? What if this is my opportunity to take this job? So sometimes the power that the devil have, or that the village people have, if I must use that word, we gave it to them. Through our mind. Through our mind. Esther, my woman, the project coordinator for Executive Sales Masterclass Lagos, I see you. Thank you. So it is left for you to deliver yourself from negativity. This is also why many families are not progressing. Some husbands, they will never remember the good that their wives did to them. It's that bad that the wife did that they will go and write it in their journal. The same thing with wives. We have been built to recognize negativity more than positivity. We are driven towards identifying red flags and not green flags. And that's why when you want to reach out to somebody, do you know, as I am at this level, there's somebody I sent a DM. He sent me his email the first time. I sent a mail till today. I've not received the response. I've sent him message like 3 times. He has not responded. Does he change my status as the sales guru? It doesn't. It doesn't. In fact, Alex Omozi will say that it is actually when you receive new that your closing ideas start. So I wrote in my journal here that even if you send that email, or you place that call, or you send that DM, or you walk into that office, let's assume we are calling, because we are focusing on cold calling. You call that person, good morning, my name is Ogamenes Comedy. Okay, let me use the name I can pronounce. My name is Oluwatoyin Igbaro. I am calling from XYZ company. And the person say, bounce the call on you. Boom. What did you gain from that call? You've gained something. That thing is not complete. At least for the first time, that person has heard your name and where you work and the name of your organization. So that call is not even a waste, because the person has, at least for the first time in his life, come across you. And what you said. So that is an impression. So for every single cold call you places, you are making an impression. Are we learning good, guys? Fear of the unknown. The next reason why your sales calling failed is lack of adequate preparation. Have you heard? Thank you, Rukayat Oyeleye. I had a friend that his name is Rukayat. Nice to say, but that was not how she spelled her own. I think your own is it the Gen Z version? All right, bless inspiration. Oh, Reverend Ume Victory. Thank you, Reverend, for joining us. I believe your presence here is giving us spiritual covering. Abdurrahman Abdul Fattah, I see you. Well done, guy. Okay, so let's proceed. The next one is lack of preparation. Sometimes people are so much in a haste to make a call that they don't try to prepare. That is what I call, ah, okay, Isaac Kanguya is listening from Zambia. I don't want to go beyond the scope of this class. Let me not go and share some of the masterclass secret with you guys. Right? So that's what I call prospect simulation or prospecting simulation. Prospecting simulation. Right? Sometimes you can simulate what kind of questions will I ask, or what kind of response am I expecting to this from this person. And if this person gives me this kind of question or objection or response, what should I do? What is my response likely to be? If you learn to simulate your cold calling before you call it, sometimes you practice your introduction, practice it, tweak it, and I'll show you like 3-4 samples of what you do. Don't worry, I have a lot for you guys tonight. As long as it's cold calling, I have a lot for you guys tonight. I wanted that at the end of this session tonight, all your fears must have died, right? All your fears must have died. That's what I want. Okay. So simulate your processes. Okay, I'm going to call this person. You can write it down. There's nothing bad about that. I say, hello, good morning, sir. Okay, the person is like to say, this is my name. If I say this, what should you say? No problem. When you think it's getting late, you can leave this call and go and sleep. Let me talk with those who really want to make money and end this year in a grand style, right? So let me not dwell much on this. Prepare. And you can prepare in terms of prospect studying, in terms of product knowledge, in terms of industry knowledge, in terms of everything. One of my students, I called him one day. Luckily for her, sorry, it's a lady. Because I used to do this thing for those that sign up in online sales bootcamp. I have a call day for them where I talk to them one by one individually. It's my gift to them. So I called this particular lady. How are you? As we were talking, she told me that she was preparing. She sells real estate. She was preparing to go and meet the branch manager of Fidelity Bank. I said, oh, that's fantastic. I asked her a question. So how have you planned your conversation to go? She was blank, right? So I just told her, I gave her like a 5-minute master class on that. And I told her, one of the things I told her, so when you get to his office, congratulate him that you heard or you read that his bank, Fidelity Bank, has currently crossed the recapitalization benchmark that CBN sent, and that shows that his bank is a very strong bank. She went to use that technique. She came back to me and told me that when she told him, the man was just laughing and the thing just dissolved every heat that should have happened. So that's why I'm saying that at least the person you are prospecting, try to know his industry. Selling is a hard job. It's not a job you do part-time, right? It's not a job you do part-time at all. It's not a job you do part-time. How many of you have heard the 6 P's? I heard it from Brian Tracy a long time ago. The 6 P's says proper prior planning prevents poor performance. Yeah, thank you. Luaton, you are following. Know the industry, the person you are prospecting. Yeah, it's important. Especially if he's a high profile person, right? 6 P's. Proper prior planning prevents poor performance. You can write it down, right? Let me say it again. Proper prior planning. It has to be proper, it has to be prior. That is ahead of time. Proper prior planning prevents poor performance. Yes. Proper prior planning prevents poor performance. That is one of my secrets to learning. Zoria Collectibles, you are here. That's the lady that makes all my bead. Unfortunately, I'm not wearing your bead tonight. Maybe because I'm wearing suit. I would have worn it if it was Zoria Collectibles. Welcome. Nice to have you. Yeah, proper prior planning prevents poor performance. All right, so the last reason why your cold calling has not been working is pressure. This could be pressure to meet targets. This could be, imagine the reason why you're making that call is because your child's school fees, you need to pay it. You don't even have food in your house, right? Something is just happening. You just need that. I know we have been in that situation where we just need that money bad. Yeah, everybody has been there once in a while, right? But one thing about being a trained salesperson is your ability to mask what is on the back end and not bring it into the front end. Because immediately the prospect on the other side senses that you are speaking from a point of pressure. You are gone. Yeah, blessing Joshua, you're very correct. Proper prior planning prevents poor performance. So always try to withdraw those things that are giving you pressures. Your boss being on your neck to produce or pay, yeah, fine, that's part of it. But then you should not be worried that your boss. I'm actually trained by one of the most successful salespeople on earth. So I ran ad on Facebook, and many potential clients sent messages on WhatsApp, but on engaging them, they stopped responding. What should I do? So basically, depending on what you are selling, I really recommend you running ads and your landing page is WhatsApp. And your landing page is WhatsApp. Well, we are not here to discuss all those things, right? I don't know, maybe there will be another session for that. So, but let me give a quick advice. I would prefer that if you are, depending on what you are selling, if it's a high ticket stuff, okay, but it's better you have lead on Facebook where they can feel, and then that one, you know that at least you can, if you ask the questions very well, you can get a little more details as to who is chatting you. Because sometimes when people send you a DM is WhatsApp, you may not know exactly who they are, right? If what you are selling is a low ticket stuff, you can think of creating a landing page that when people direct there and they click on buy or sign up, maybe you can bring them to a group where you can now nurture them and sell to them, depending on what you are selling, right? Depending on what you are selling. So pressure is one of the things that can make your cold calling not to work. And it's very important that you try as much as possible to take yourself away from pressure. All right. Now that we have this 1 hour on the dot, we have successfully somebody says schools. Okay, let me also say this before I go to the next one. Pressure is not terrible. It's just that if it's not positively directed. Now, when I was in sales, when I was doing sales corporately, selling for an organization, right? When I was doing sales, selling for an organization, um, what is his name? Thomas, please go and log the WhatsApp group. This is exactly why we don't like opening the WhatsApp group, especially because of these stupid Okta FS people that are walking up and down. Now somebody has gone there and sent broadcast message. Thomas Amarachi, please go and log the WhatsApp group so that we don't start suffering from these human beings on the internet. All right, so one of the personal secrets I implemented that gave me success is anytime I get my target, maybe annual target or quarterly target or monthly target, what I do is I increase my target always with 20%. So let's assume my target per quarter was 100 million naira. I will always put it 20%. I will increase my target to become 120 million. Now, the best kind of pressure is the one that you put on yourself and is internally driven. You know, I said in my last live, but that was a Facebook live, that if you're a highly successful person, you choose your pain. But those who are not successful, their pain choose them. So I always increase my target. And let me also say something. No matter what your target is, it has never been done historically anywhere across industry. I sold in the oil and gas sector. I'm still selling in the oil and gas sector. I've sold in real estate sector, right? I've sold in the digital sector, in the digital space. There is no time that you have been given a target, and the reason why they gave you that target is that you meet that target 100%. There is no boss that gives you a target and just looking at you that you must meet that target 100%. What target always does is at least show capacity. Show capacity. Your target is 1 billion. Why don't you try and do at least 50%, 500 million? Right? And then. That's what I'm saying. There is this guy that is in the subconscious mind. It may not be where I'm pointing, but I'm just using it to explain it. There's this guy in the subconscious mind that always want to place a seal on on what we can achieve or what we cannot achieve. So the first thing you need to do, if you are going to be highly successful as a salesman, is to chest your target. Chest them. I've got it. I will do it. When the first thing you do is to say, oh, this thing will not work, you shut down everything. Your creativity dies. And like I always say, just show traction. Nobody's going to kill you. I hope we're learning something tonight, right? Please, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, go the hell right now and please subscribe. Go and subscribe to this YouTube channel. At least if you are getting value here, subscribe. That's the best thing you can do. Are we getting value tonight? It's been 1 hour 5 minutes. All right, thank you. A couple of us are learning, and I'm happy you are learning. I always say that. Yesterday somebody reached out to me and said, oh, you taught us sometime last week. There was a strategy you taught us. I implemented it and I closed deal this week. You don't know how sweet that thing is to me. Like, it sweetens me, makes me feel like Like, oh my God. Your success, they give me, I don't know the word to use. I like to see successful. There's enough room for everybody to be successful. There's enough room for everybody to be successful. I get credit a lot from my students and they say, oh sir, thank you. Sometimes the registration fee they pay is not even, doesn't give me as much joy as that 10,000 naira recharge card. There was time for like 6 months or 1 year, I did not use my money to buy recharge card. My students were buying me recharge card. I would just, somebody would just recharge my phone, 20,000, 10,000, 15,000 and stuff like that. Those ones give me a lot of joy. So I want you to keep getting joy, getting value, right? I'm sure you know that what I'm sharing with you tonight is not supposed to be free. But then there's a way I walk. When my spirit says do this, I will do it. Actually, it's been a little bit that I started postponing this thing because I felt the value was too much to go for free. But here we are. Now let's go into the real practicality of how to make cold calling work. Right? How to make cold calling work. All right, thank you guys. I appreciate your love and everything. I appreciate it. How to make cold calling work. Number one, when you call, please, I think I have up to 6 and I'll spend time in the last one, which is the most important part of it. Number one, if I stop here, and I'm sure that a lot of you have gotten value already, right? I know. But let's look at number one. Call the person by his name and designation. You pick up the call. Let's say you've done every other thing we have talked in the beginning. You have done a little research. Of course, you that is practicing in that industry, you have some level of knowledge or understanding, right? And then you pick up your phone and you call. Call me and say, excuse me, now that I'm the one you are talking to, you have researched. Good morning. Am I on to with the sales guru? Yes. Africa's premium marketing and sales coach. That's my name. That's my designation. Right? That's my name. That's my designation. If he's somebody that say Olutayo Danjuma, if he's a male, you are sure, say, am I on to Mr. Olutayo Danjuma? And your voice, this one is not on the it's not shaky voice, it's not, am I on to Mr. Olutayo Danjuma? Rubbish. Call the person by the name and designation. Somebody say, what you don't, what if, okay, I think you wanted to say, what if you don't know their name and how the hell did you get the number? Who are you calling if you don't know who you are calling, for God's sake? How did you get the person's number? Okay, you will call me and start asking me, hello, what is your name? I will block the hell out of you. There's a way you got his number. How did you know his number? How did you know his designation? Do you go online? How did you get the number? That's the question. Even if you go to, there's something I taught them in Port Harcourt last week about group hacking. Even if you got the person's number from a group, does he not have something on his name? Every WhatsApp, there's a name. So you can't okay, will you call me and say hello? Okay, if you call me, what will you say? You just start asking me my name and what I do. Is the person okay? The person is not okay now. So even if you don't know the person's name, at least you know the person's designation. Good morning, sir. Am I talking to the manager of Zenith Bank branch, Ikeja? That's something now. That's why I said in the beginning that lack of preparation and not being intelligent enough, insufficient information. So you should do a little bit. How did you get the person's number? That's the first question. How did you get the person's email? Right? Especially if it's emails that have domain at their ending. Maybe you have, like my own, I say, contact@thesalesguru.ng. Intelligent people will go to thesalesguru.ng. You know that is a website. Go and check me out. You got to find something there and come back to me. Mene comedy. Imagine if you're an MC and you are just scrolling on WhatsApp. You saw that somebody has proposed to his girlfriend. If somebody has proposed to his girlfriend, what's the next thing that's likely to happen? It's a wedding. So I find your number. I call you. Hey, congratulations on your wedding. I am XYZ, and you call the person by the name. I don't want to be too forward. Number 2, avoid too much use of sir and ma. Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma. The person now said, okay, is this way? Yes, sir. Yes, ma. Yes, sir. Yes, ma. Yes, sir. I want to tell you, sir, that I have a product, sir, that if you use it, yes, sir, you will like it, sir. Aka, kilo nshele. They will just know that this one is a messenger from his company. That's me, sir. Avoid too much use of sir. You know, some of you know that some people that when they're on call, assuming maybe you have done your research, you know that the person is a very big man. Some of you when they are saying, am I talking to Tayo? You say, yes, sir. Is it? Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Even when the man is not seeing you, yeah. Yeah, but it's your neck. I say powerful, sir. Oh my God. You will not kill me. Avoid it. It's not good. See, I don't even. Thank you, sir. Well done, sir. It's me, sir. Oh my God. I'm sorry, please. Come and buy what I'm selling, sir. You could say, sir, it's cow in outside language. What is wrong with these people, for God's sake? So people never buy from messengers. Thank you for your time, sir. What if the person is asking me, where did you get my number from? Thanks for your answer. Of course, you are free to tell the person, oh, I was researching the internet when your number popped up as one of the image. You just have to paint it in a way that the person will also feel proud of himself. I was just going through a particular Facebook when your name popped as one of the biggest image makers in Africa. It may not be that. Just bring some. You just have to be intelligent, and I will get to that part. Somebody said, people should stop this Sasa and Mama thing, please. Let me say it again. Nobody buys from from a messenger. If I know that you don't have ownership of what you are trying to sell to me, I will always bounce you and request. That's if it's something that I'm so interested in. I will always request that I speak to the person that has authority there. So it doesn't matter, even if the person you are calling is a governor, right? Say good morning. It's better you say good morning, Your Excellency. Okay, how are you doing today? I'm very fine, sir. Thank you. It's not my name is Udochukwu Chikwendo, sir. I'm from Tip Consult and Resources, sir. The reason why I'm calling you, sir, is because I'm proposing to do a training in your company, sir. It will be very nice if you give me this opportunity, sir. Abba, calm down now. We know that in your family they thought you are very respectful. We know that you are very respectful. Somebody said, I'm a graphic designer, sir. We know that you are very respectful, but remember that we are dealing with transactions, not family patterns. Right? So address the person with his first name, and then you can call, sir, but avoid the over repetition of it. Right? Because if the person down there sees that the conversation is going like this, he will not buy. People need to know that, at least even if it's bending, let it be like this. Not let it be like this. At least if you slope too low, you get here. Not that you are here and the person is here. And most important, if you can keep the conversation like this, fantastic. Thank you. Treasurer Sukwa say, actually the respect has affected me. Of course. There's a way you talk to people too much and they'll start feeling like you don't own that process. You are just a messenger. Someone said to you somewhere. Right? Isaiah Israel say, we will love to have him in Niger State, sir. I think I'm coming to Abuja. Let's start to Abuja. Executive Sales Masterclass Abuja is October 25th. Right? Owerri is October 1st. So Lagos is November 1st. So let's continue what we're doing. Don't distract. I don't want to talk about Executive Sales Masterclass today. Now, number 3. Don't try to over-impress. Don't try to over-impress. The most important thing about selling, forget about any psychology or anything. The most important thing about selling is to be human. Is to be human. When you try to over-impress, you will run into errors. Somebody say, where you know where? We are looking at either using Protea Hotel or Gravity. We are still in conversation, but it's October 1st. It will definitely be communicated to those that register. Don't try to over-impress. I said before that sometimes you don't have much information, and then now you see that, okay, you've researched, they have much information, you know your industry, you know your product and everything. Then you try to be... I got a call, someone in US requested for my contacts a few days ago. I sent it to him. When he called me, reached out to me from Minnesota, USA. And he just kept on talking what he has been doing because he wanted some level of partnership. He just kept on saying what he was doing, how is this, 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 how is this. Sincerely speaking, every other thing he said, I didn't pick interest because I was bored. At this time, I was bored. That's why I said, listen to me, that your customers do not care how intelligent you are. They care how intelligent you make them feel. Let me say that again. I say this kind of things only in my masterclass, but let me say it again. Your customers do not care how intelligent you are. They care how intelligent you make them feel. Right? Your customers do not care how intelligent you are. They care how intelligent you make them feel. So the first rule is, like I said, is to be human. Right? Sorry, 1 minute. Be human. Don't go trying to over-impress, speak all the English, try to exhaust what is in your notes. No. flow with interaction. Laugh when you're supposed to laugh. Sympathize when there's somebody that I called. He said, oh, he can't come for executive sales masterclass, Port Harcourt. It's like, okay, what's the problem? Is everything okay? He told me that day she's burying her father. Oh, I felt so bad. If I hadn't become human, when she said she was not coming, I said, is everything okay? Is this something you think you can talk about? There's so much serious engagement that will make you miss an important outing like executive sales masterclass. He said he's burying the father that day. All right, are we learning something? That's number one. That's number 3, right? Grant Phillips, of course, some of these questions, they may not be things I will go into in-depth analysis tonight. All right, what's number 3? Number 4. Don't sell. Number 4 now. I think the one I mentioned last is number 3, so this is number 4. Don't sell. The first rule of cold calling is to build a rapport and possibly get another chance for either another call or a physical appointment, depending on what you are selling anyways. Right? That's the purpose of cold calling. Not to outright, you can sell low depending on what you are selling. I'm very important saying this. If you're based in Owerri, you want to attend, I think now it's currently on a discount of 130,000 naira. It's 150k, but currently on a discount of 130,000. You can ask in the group, someone will attend to you. Thomas should be able to attend to you. David says somebody shout Valley. Yeah. Okay, Favor is here. I think he already knows. Don't sell. Don't sound all salesy. Some people call you, they are so selfish that they end up only talking about all their product. No, the purpose of cold calling, even you that is calling, has somebody ever called you before and then presented his or her offer to you and you bought instantly? It doesn't just happen that way. It doesn't just happen that way. So the reason for your first cold calling is so that you can warm the lead, move it from cold to warm, and then seek if it's a high ticket offering you are giving, maybe real estate or something like that. Seek to book appointment, and I'll tell you guys how to book appointment. Is he here? Okay, schedule break. I think I put it in my hold on, so that I don't miss it. Let me tell you how to book appointment. I think I wrote it down somewhere, and I don't want to miss it. So let's assume if you want to book an appointment with someone, right, and he's on cold calling, don't say, sir, when do you think I can see you? That's a stupid word. Do you think I will ever give you, or when can I come to the office to see you? You are taking all the power and placing it in the hand of your prospect. That's not supposed to be part of this thing. Why am I sharing some of these secrets with you guys? So, what did I say? Don't sell. That's what I'm sharing, right? Try not to sound all salesy. Right? So, that's why you must seek to book an appointment or another call, depending on what you are selling. But you can still make an offer at the end of your conversation. But don't go all out in the beginning, making all the offer. Even if you have 2 minutes on each person, use your first 1 minute and talk something like I've been sharing with you now. Call the person by the name. Don't use too much. I've said the third one is don't over impress. The fourth one is don't sell. And then the fifth one now, right? The fifth one is starve their demons. And this is where I want to spend like 30 minutes or so expounding some things to you. Yeah, Favor is saying send me a DM. You can see it everywhere. It's on my Facebook, is everywhere. So information about my masterclass is not hidden. How about other sell products which qualities and prices are already known to customers? That's why I tell you guys, one of the major areas I'm emphasizing in my masterclass this year is deal creation. Deal creation, offer creation. Those of you that sell product that is already known, you need to learn to move from that unit quantity selling to offering deals. And that's the strategy that I'm hammering a whole lot on my masterclass. To that person, you need to learn how to create deals. Secondly, you need to shift your selling from product driven or commodity driven to customer experience driven. And I think the next session I'm bringing somebody that's into customer experience and is selling product that everybody knows. Let him come and share with us how he deals to build strong customer experience. So that will help you. So I said the last one is what? Starve their demons. And this is where I want to spend a little time. Remember that every single person that you are about calling or you call, they have their demons, including you, including me. All of us are battling with one problem or the other. You don't know whether when you call me is when I just finished having an issue with my wife, or maybe I had a bad business transaction, or maybe my mother in the village just died, or I just got a call that something just happened. Everybody just had, or maybe I'm supporting useless clubs like Manchester United or Arsenal, and then that day we lost our match and I'm not in good mood. Apologies to all my all my Arsenal, Man U fans. Can you all hear me? Why is it dark? I think I'm back now. You can hear me, right? Okay. I don't know what happened. No, I don't know what happened. Please go and call those that have left. You see why it's good for people to be patient. I don't know what happened. Is that maybe it's network? I see that you weren't seeing me. It was just showing black everywhere. Okay, so let's continue. People have left. Thomas, please go and say on the group so that people will come back. I don't want anybody to miss this particular session. Thomas, if you can announce it on the group that we are back, both Telegram and our WhatsApp group, so that Thomas, announce it again so that people can join us. Where did I stop, please? Look, I think I'm in permission deal, right? Yes, exactly. I will not doubt that it's Manchester United, but they got nothing on us. I think I was in permission deal, right? Okay, permission deal. So seek their permission to speak to them. For instance, you are saying, yes, starve their demons, and under it, the first one I mentioned there was permission deal, right? So seek for their permission to speak to them. Good day, sir. I presume I'm calling you at the right time. Please, do you have 2 minutes of your time to spare with me now? Don't say, is it a right time to talk? Can I talk to you? When you ask most of these questions, you are putting all the power in their hands, right? You're putting all the powers in their hand. So somebody's asking, how do I know when it's fine? You don't need to know, because it's not something you are going to be asking that person, right? What you need to be sure is to learn the approach on how you are doing it, right? So ask them, I hope you have 1 minute of your time to spend with me. I hope you don't mind giving me at least 2 minutes of your time. I promise I won't take more than that. Sometimes you end up taking more than that. That's number one. Remember, call them by their name. You can either attach Mr. or Miss, MS. If you use MS, it covers both married and separated and unmarried, right? So that's me. Number two way to starve their demons is what I call the schedule breaker. The schedule breaker, right? The schedule breaker. And then what is the schedule breaker? That is, after your introduction, you tell yourself, you let them know that you are aware that you are interrupting their schedule, right? So one thing about people you are calling on cold call is that, and every human psychology, they want you to make them feel that you know that you actually intruded in their privacy or in their schedule. So let me show you what I wrote down here. Good afternoon, Mr. Olua, Mr. Bayomi. I know I'm probably intruding into your already fully scheduled day. What am I trying to make that person feel? That he's an important person. I know I am intruding. So you are telling the person that I know you're a busy person. Oh, I know I'm intruding into your already fully scheduled day. And then you bring the lighter part of it. I hope I am pardoned for this. Almost 100% of the time, anybody you use this on, we most likely laugh or tell you to go ahead. Because one, you are making that person understand that I recognize that I don't have right to be disturbing your schedule, right? And then you are indirectly also taking permission again. Right? That's number two, schedule breaker. Number three, I call it comic relief or comic relief. Relief, I think that's the right pronunciation. Comic relief. That is saying something that sounds comic, something that appears comically to that person, so as to make the person come down from high horse of his demon fighting. What do I mean? You are presuming that the person has had a bad day, and then you are trying to make the person lighter. Don't infer that the person have it, but anybody use it on, it will work. So let me tell you what I wrote here. After introducing yourself, it always starts from greeting and introduction, right? And then I can say something depending on if you have done your work, knowing who you are talking to. You can bring your own any way you like and say, would I be right if I say I'm privileged to be speaking to one of the greatest entrepreneurs in Africa? You are praising that person's ego in a comic way. Imagine if you call me for the first time, and then you know, maybe you have seen it on social media that, oh, one of my students sometime around early this year closed a deal of 1.7 billion. And I shared it on my social media. And you called me and said, hello, am I onto the sales guru? I said, yes. The coach that his student closed a deal of 1.7 billion. I will most likely smile almost 100% of the time. Right? So you just have to learn to introduce something that sounds comic, but then is also still trying to hype the person's emotions or ego. What I'm teaching you, you cannot read it in any book. You cannot find it anywhere on the internet. Do you know that you guys are the first people that I'm teaching code calling secrets? So celebrate yourself. You should be happier for yourself. Call me, no problem. Just that it's too late. You may not need to call me by this time. Because from your name here, are you Pelumi Adedokun? Are you a man or woman? Let's start to deal with that first. So comic relief. The fourth one, I call it the risk eliminator. The risk eliminator. Right? Because these 4 categories, they are actually where these guys are fighting their demons. They are afraid of risk because there's a lot of scams on the internet. They are having a bad day. You introduce comic and still boost their ego. Number 4, they have a busy schedule and you're breaking their schedule. Number 1 is that they don't have time for you. They don't know you. So you are trying to intrude into their life. So these 4 categories is what I've been balancing. So the last one under staff their demons, I call it the risk eliminator. Right? Let's assume you're in real estate and you're doing cold calling and you call and say, good morning, my name is XYZ. I know scammers are on the rise everywhere. And then this one can work so well if you are sending DM maybe on Facebook or Instagram. And then you reach out to me and say, I know, sir, that if you check my profile, you see that I'm a real estate consultant. And there are a lot of people who are in real estate consultant. The fact there is a rise in scam and people who are not genuine. I hope that is not going to impact me because I can tell you for free, I'm not one of them. Please let me know if you have 1 minute to spare with me. I promise I won't waste your time because I know how busy you are. So you see that some of these starving their demons, you can also join them together. Samson says, ever since I came across your sales teachings, I have been drinking them like water every day. Thank you, Samson. I appreciate you. And yet she says, please, after this live, will the video be saved on your page so I can go through it again? I do not know. Maybe you will have to pay that time. But you know I love you guys so much, so I may still leave it on my page. Right? So find a way to make sure that you eliminate their fear for risk, because there is a lot of risk on the internet, right? In fact, I've faced it. I'm a coach, and you know that there's a lot of scam people who have scam people on their trainings and all the rest and stuff. So when we do cold calling in my office, myself and my team, we face this question a whole lot. Sometimes I bring it to them. Okay, I'm talking to you. My name is the sales guru, blah, blah, blah. I'm calling you because we got your contact from our ad in line with Executive Sales Masterclass. I'm sure, and I do it most times for my online training, and I use my hand to bring it. I'm sure before now, some people must have called you and promised heaven and earth about their online training, and you were disappointed, right? In fact, most of the time when people tell me that, oh, they won't be taking part of it, I use my hand to ask them this question in risk dimension. Almost 70 to 80% of the time, it is that risk that they are afraid of that makes them not to invest, not because they don't have the money. So you can eliminate the risk. And one of the ways also you can eliminate the risk is by trying to show your traction and say, by the grace, imagine you're a realtor and you call that person, say, by the grace of God, I have been able to sell a total of 250 properties all through my career in selling. And not one out of those properties has any issue. You're eliminating risk. You're eliminating risk. You're eliminating risk. Right? And then, if you do all these things, and when you get to the end of these things, of course, you can make your offer and then book for a second appointment. And at the end of it all, You are going to be happy that you learn cold calling from the best marketing and sales coach in Africa, the Sales Guru. Did you get any value today? If you got a value, please show some love. Oluwatoyin Igbaro, thank you. Followed all through to the end. Let me take 1 or 2 questions and we call it a night. Just 5 more minutes. Mary Achoma say God value. Okay, thank you. Why don't you give me small shout out? Clap for me small now. Yay! Thank you. The best. Thank you, Sahi Joma. Thank you. Massive value. Thank you. Thank you. Value upon value. All right. Thank you. Stanley Properties and Homes Limited. Thank you. Nature Iago. Thank you. I appreciate you. Michael, my guy, I appreciate you. For those of you that can afford Executive Sales Masterclass, please, Crypto Club, thank you, said, please don't miss it for anything. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. But imagine being with me for 5 to 6 hours, 7 to 8 hours. Owerri is on October 1st. Abuja is October 25th. Lagos is November 1st. Port Harcourt is November 15th. Asaba is November 29th. So if you are in any of these locations, try your best to register for Executive Sales Masterclass. And we are also saying, somebody is saying, when are you coming to Enugu? No, people from Enugu are coming to Owerri or Port Harcourt. So you can, if it is a priority to you, favor say any giveaway for Abuja. In terms of Executive Sales Masterclass, is that what you're asking? So don't miss it. Take your business serious, please. I beg you. Take your business serious. Thank you so much, the Sales Guru. I'm happy I joined your community after I attended your training in Port Harcourt last week. This is Value Park. Okay, these are one of those that joined I spoke in Port Harcourt. Ijoman Neck, I said, Asaba, let's plan. Yes, so don't be surprised that very soon I will announce that some of the locations have already been sold out. And the good thing is that you can pay by installment. If you take it serious, you will pay. You can even pay 50,000, 30,000. Just call it a priority. You will pay. And then be in a hall where they are discussing things that matter for your business. Because sometimes before some people get a particular, imagine if you didn't join me now. Before some people get a particular information, it has washed down up to the 3rd dimension or 4th level. So Kanu people, you can come to Abuja. I have people that are coming from Kaduna to Abuja. No, direct call is better. Please don't use WhatsApp call for a stranger. It completely pulls that person off. Use direct call, please. Giveaway. Oh, giveaway. No giveaway for you tonight. So the value I've given away is too much giveaway. Design a mini score for university. Yeah, I have an online course that sells for 40,000, but it's on hold. It resumes by December after ESM is done. Let's talk to the big boys too. The reason why you should even come to Executive Sales Masterclass, excuse me, it's not just because of what you learn. Although, yeah, that is an integral part of it, but you're going to be interacting with key human beings, very key human beings. Alumni in Executive Sales Masterclass in the last 3 years has done over $20 million. So you know the kind of people we are talking about, right? So if you are anywhere in these 5 cities I mentioned or you are closer, for Abuja, reach out to me or reach out to Thomas or Amarachi, and they can offer you something that will help you. For anybody, anywhere. I'm joining from Yolada. I've gotten so much value through this class. I'm glad I've joined. God bless you. All right. Thank you, Innocent Bayero. I appreciate you. I love you. I love everybody. Everybody that is here. The only thing that you owe me is to grow. Grow in your business. Grow in your personal career. Grow in your knowledge. Grow in your bank account. Grow in everything you do. Although you can come to Lagos, we're not going. I'm not going to go to, some of you just be asking me different locations. I can't be going to all over Nigeria unless you want to sponsor it, right? I can't be going to everywhere. No matter what you sell, it doesn't make a difference. So if you are in anywhere in these environs, thank you, my darling web design king. I appreciate you, and God will do it for you in Jesus' name. Amen. So join the next executive sales masterclass, and you'll be happy that you did. How can I join your WhatsApp group? How did you join this class? Was it through WhatsApp or Telegram? The WhatsApp group, I think, is filled up. That's why we started Telegram. So, all right. I love you guys. Have a fantastic night's rest. Don't look for trouble. Keep growing. Above all, if you have not subscribed to this channel, Grant Phillips, okay, my guy, I will be in the masterclass in Owerri, okay. Please send me a DM on WhatsApp. I think you have my number. Send me a DM on WhatsApp. Let's do. I love you guys. Good night. I am signing up, and thank you for staying true to me up for almost 2 hours. Just 5 minutes. Let's say 2 hours, because we had a session that we went away. So please subscribe to this channel so that you can get notification when I drop videos, because I have free videos I'll be dropping soon only for my followers or subscribers. I love you guys. Keep making more money, keep living good, keep being in health, avoid trouble and all of them. Sir, how can I send your airtime, please? I must fetch from this grace. Child, thank you so much. My phone number is, no, I can't give out my phone number here. Thomas, Lou, reach out to this Samuel, jealous of me. Reach out to him and drop my phone number to him. So I love you guys. And yes, I'm going to leave this video by tomorrow morning. If you come back here, you are going to see it. It will still be here. I'll make sure I put it here and put it public. So, or maybe Amarachi will drop it to our group so that people can also come and see it. Samuel, how can you send me airtime? I think Thomas will reach out to you. And no, Favor, I can't give you a ticket giveaway. It's too much to give you. All right, everybody, come and go. You push, come and go. Let me go and see let me go and sleep. At least I've tried this night. I love you guys. Keep enjoying. And Amaga Uche, you can find my number. Go to the group. Go to the Telegram group or the WhatsApp group. You can find, just ask for my number on the group and somebody will send it across to you, right? Anybody, you can ask for my number there. Somebody will send it across to you. It's on the group. It's not hidden. Don't just call anyhow. Just somebody will send it across. Just ask on the group. Then somebody will send it to you. All right. Good night, everybody. Let me go. You guys don't want me to go. Good night, all of you. I love you. If you have not subscribed, you are wrong. You are wrong. Bye-bye.